Philosophy Lecture Series. Chapter 1. Introduction to Philosophy. Definitions and scope of philosophy. Philosophy, derived from the Greek words philos, love, and sophia, wisdom, is the systematic study of fundamental questions concerning existence, knowledge, values, reason, mind, and language. It is an intellectual discipline that seeks to understand the nature of reality and our place within it through rigorous argumentation and critical analysis. The scope of philosophy is broad and multifaceted, encompassing several core areas of inquiry. Metaphysics examines the nature of reality, questioning what exists and how it is structured. It explores concepts like being, existence, and the universe's fundamental nature. Epistemology focuses on the nature and scope of knowledge, addressing questions about belief, truth, and justification. It investigates how we know what we know and the limits of human understanding. Ethics, another central branch, deals with questions of morality and value, assessing what constitutes a good life and how one should act. It includes normative ethics, which proposes principles for right conduct, applied ethics, which applies these principles to specific issues, and metaethics, which explores the nature of moral judgments and language. Logic, a foundational aspect of philosophy, involves the study of valid reasoning. It provides tools for constructing coherent arguments and evaluating the validity of inferences. Logic is crucial for clarifying philosophical arguments and ensuring rigorous analysis across all areas of philosophical inquiry. Aesthetics, meanwhile, explores the nature of beauty, art, and taste, examining how we perceive and appreciate artistic expressions. It questions the nature of artistic value and the role of subjective experience in evaluating art. Philosophy's scope extends to its practical application in other disciplines, including politics, science, and religion, where it influences debates on justice, scientific methodologies, and spiritual beliefs. Thus, philosophy serves as a foundational discipline that interrogates fundamental aspects of human existence and thought, shaping our understanding of the world and our place within it. Extends across various branches, each addressing different aspects of life and knowledge. Metaphysics. Metaphysics, the branch of philosophy concerned with the nature of reality, has a profound role in contemporary philosophy. Traditionally, metaphysics explores fundamental questions about existence, identity, time, and space. In contemporary philosophy, it continues to be a critical field, delving into abstract concepts that underpin our understanding of the world. One of the ultimate contributions of metaphysics is its influence on other areas of philosophy, such as epistemology and ethics. By questioning what it means for something to exist and how different entities relate to one another, metaphysics provides a foundation for discussions about knowledge and moral principles. For instance, debates about the nature of properties and objects can shape our views on how we know and interact with the world. In modern contexts, metaphysics intersects with science, especially in areas like quantum mechanics and cosmology. Philosophers and scientists alike grapple with metaphysical questions about the nature of reality that emerge from advanced scientific theories. This interplay highlights metaphysics' relevance in addressing issues that are both timeless and cutting-edge. Contemporary metaphysical debates also address issues such as the nature of consciousness, the possibility of free will, and the structure of time. These discussions are crucial for developing a coherent worldview and understanding the implications of various philosophical positions on our lived experience. Ultimately, metaphysics remains vital in contemporary philosophy as it helps frame and interpret fundamental aspects of existence and reality. It challenges us to consider deeply what it means to be and to understand the world around us, ensuring its enduring significance in philosophical discourse. Summary. Metaphysics explores the nature of reality, existence, and the universe. Metaphysical questions delve into what it means for something to exist, the nature of objects, and the relationship between mind and matter. Examines concepts like being, time, space, causality, and the nature of the self. Epistemology, epistem, knowledge, and logos, reason. Study of nature, origin, and limits of human knowledge. Also referred to as the theory of knowledge. Origins of philosophy. can be traced back to ancient civilizations where human beings first began to engage in systematic thinking about the nature of existence, reality, and knowledge. Represents a fundamental aspect of human curiosity and intellectual exploration, intertwined with the historical, cultural, and intellectual contexts of early human societies, particularly in ancient Greece, India, and China. Ancient Greece, the birthplace of Western philosophy, originated in ancient Greece around the 6th century BCE. Pre-Socratic philosophers include Thales, Anaximander, and Heraclitus. Sought to explain the natural world through rational inquiry rather than mythological narratives. Thales of Miletus, often regarded as the first philosopher, proposed that water was the fundamental substance underlying all of reality. His approach marked a significant departure from traditional mythological explanations and set the stage for a more systematic and critical examination of the world. The pre-Socratics laid the groundwork for the development of more sophisticated philosophical systems. Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, the most prominent figures of classical Greek philosophy, further advanced philosophical thought. Socrates emphasized the importance of ethical inquiry and self-examination. Famously declared that the unexamined life is not worth living. Plato, a student of Socrates, developed the theory of forms. Posited that the physical world is a mere shadow of a higher, unchanging reality. Aristotle, in turn, made significant contributions to logic, metaphysics, ethics, and natural sciences. Shaped the course of Western philosophy for centuries to come. Ancient India, the Vedic tradition and beyond. Philosophical thought within the context of the Vedic tradition. The Vedas formed the basis of early Indian philosophy. The Upanishads, composed between the 8th and 6th centuries BCE, represent a key philosophical development within the Vedic tradition. These texts explore profound questions about the nature of reality, the self, and the ultimate purpose of life. Buddhism, founded by Siddhartha Gautama in the 5th century BCE, emphasized the impermanence of all things, the nature of suffering. Path to enlightenment through ethical conduct, meditation, and wisdom. Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. Offered a systematic approach to understanding and overcoming human suffering. Ancient China, Confucianism and Daoism. Philosophy emerged within the context of social and political upheaval. Confucius, 551 to 479 BCE, and Laozi, 6th century BCE, are the two most influential figures in early Chinese philosophy. Confucianism emphasized the importance of morality, social harmony, and respect for tradition. Teachings on virtue, ethics, and proper conduct became deeply ingrained in Chinese culture. Influenced East Asian thought for millennia. Daoism, associated with Laozi and the text Dao Di Jing, offered a contrasting perspective. Daoism emphasizes living in harmony with the Tao, the fundamental principle that underlies the universe. Advocates simplicity, spontaneity, and non-action, Wu Wei, as means to align oneself with the natural order of things. The four primary perspectives or branches of philosophy are: Metaphysics, deals with the nature of reality and existence. Explores questions about what is real, what kinds of things exist, and the nature of being. Focus on concepts such as substance, time, space, causality. Relationship between mind and body. Epistemology, study of knowledge, belief, and the nature of truth. What is knowledge? How do we know what we know? What are the limits of human understanding? Examine the sources and validity of knowledge, including perception, reasoning, memory, and testimony. Ethics, study of values and principles that guide human conduct. Questions of right and wrong, good and evil. Normative ethics, metaethics, nature of moral judgments, applied ethics, real-world issues. Aesthetics, deals with the nature of beauty, art, and taste. Examines what makes something aesthetically pleasing, the nature of artistic expression, and how humans perceive and respond to beauty. Explores the philosophy of art, including the interpretation and evaluation of works of art. Follows a systematic exploration of fundamental questions about reality, knowledge, ethics, and beauty. Understanding epistemology, the study of knowledge. Greek words epistem, knowledge, and logos, study. Branch of philosophy concerned with the nature, scope, and limits of human knowledge. Asks foundational questions: what knowledge is, how it is acquired, what extent it is possible. Addresses a variety of complex issues: definition of knowledge, methods to justify our beliefs, central area of philosophical inquiry. The nature of knowledge. At the heart of epistemology is the question: what is knowledge? Knowledge, justified true belief. 3 conditions must be met. The proposition must be true. Individual must believe it, and there must be sufficient justification for the belief. Gettier problem. Edmund Gettier published a paper questioning whether justified true belief is sufficient for knowledge. Demonstrated that individuals had justified true beliefs that nonetheless seemed not to constitute knowledge. Resulted in debates whether additional conditions are necessary for a belief to qualify as knowledge. Sources and justification of knowledge. Origin of knowledge, another critical concern. Epistemologists study various sources of knowledge, such as perception, reason, memory, and testimony. Source reliability. Rationalism and empiricism are 2 dominant schools of thought. Rationalists argue reason and innate ideas are the primary sources of knowledge. Certain concepts and knowledge exist independent of experience, can be accessed through reasoning. Empiricists contend all knowledge comes from sensory experience. According to them, the mind at birth is a blank slate, tabula rasa, and knowledge is built up from experiences over time. Justification, central to epistemology. Theories of justification, foundationalism, coherentism, and reliabilism. Foundationalism, basic beliefs that do not require justification. Coherentism, beliefs are justified if they cohere or fit together in mutually supportive network. Reliabilism, beliefs are justified if they are produced by a reliable cognitive process. Skepticism and the limits of knowledge. Skepticism, the view that certain or all knowledge is impossible. Skeptical arguments challenge the possibility of having any knowledge, often by questioning the reliability of our cognitive faculties or the truth of our beliefs. Radical skepticism questions whether we can know anything at all, leading to the famous Cartesian doubt. Descartes questions the existence of everything except the self. Skepticism raises challenging questions, pushes philosophers to clarify the nature of knowledge and the standards for justifying beliefs. Contextualism, standards for knowledge may vary depending on the context. Exercise. Answer the questions below in pen paper. 1. Define philosophy. Explain importance of philosophy in the real world. 2. Describe briefly the 4 perspectives of philosophy. 3. Define metaphysics. Explain the role of metaphysics in real world. 4. Write a short note on epistemology. 5. Develop a brief note about origins of philosophy. 6. Explain briefly about justification and skepticism. For more lectures on philosophy and other subjects, subscribe to the channel.